to the middle. Here's Ariza. A beautiful reverse layup.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And here we go. Rockets running again. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
George, no good.
And Montezuma's actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
And here is Ellis. James Harden getting it to go from deep. It's stolen by Ariza. And it's Houston on the break for the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
And Montezuma is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer. Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Ellis. Finished off the break. Ellis has got his second basket of the game.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Kicks to Miles. From downtown, that falls. Nice feed that time from George. Miles has got 6.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Montezuma has the open look. Got a piece of it. Feeds to Harden. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
Good.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Rockets leading by 10. Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed it.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George.
Hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 9. And Turner with a clear path to the rack. One-on-one fast break. Here's Beverly. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And guys, Patrick Beverly, a perfect fit for the Rockets alongside James Harden. Now, you know, Beverly is in that complementary role as a 3 and D guy. And remember, also, even though he's the point guard, he doesn't need the ball to be effective. He's good at just spotting up for threes, and he's a hounding on-ball defender.
And they're able to recover. Lawson right side. Lawson is doubled. Indiana moving the ball around. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. And too long on the shot. And Beverly plucked out of Europe by the Rockets. Clark, he signed a new contract this past offseason.
And a nice value for the Rockets, Kevin. I mean, he's a player whose impact on the game really transcends the stat sheet. That's often the case for those guys that are all defense caliber players.
Outside for Lawson. Back to Allen. Hill drives in. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by Capella.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
Checking in for your Rockets, Andrew Gavlon.
Here's McDaniels. Lawson defending. And so it's Indiana with it. Hill. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says it's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. We've got Solomon Hill, Lawson out there with George Hill. Then there's LaVoy Allen, and it's Stuckey in at the small forward.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
It's stolen. And now here comes Terry leading the break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
And the pass to Hill. Stuckey outside. It's back to Hill.
They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
And you know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Allen passes to Stuckey. His three-pointers off the mark. Rockets leading by 21. Brewer dishes to Terry. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Terry's got his first points of the night. And
good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call them.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Capella. Moniunas comes in for Brewer. And it's James Harden in for KJ McDaniels. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
First off, look, every year there are all-star game snubs, and perhaps last year Monte Ellis was the big one in the West. Hard to leave him off given the way he played for the Mavs.
The Pacers making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in. For Monte not being an all-star, there are a lot of guys that could have made an argument to be there. Monte's was as strong as any.
Yeah, and his own coach said that Monte deserved it more than Dirk, his teammate. And not a shot at Dirk by Carlisle, just Rick expressing how valuable Monte was to the Mavs.
The Rockets making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. The Pacers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Ellis can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Howard's shot is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Ellis goes in. Back to George. It's Ellis on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. Poked away. Mahimi kicks to Ellis. And another shot. Allen passes to Mahimi. Just his first attempt. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Moniunas kicks to Howard. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Indiana.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And George with the stuff.
And he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure strength.
Oh, we can feel that one all the way over here.
And you could see it. That first step was so decisive, aggressive move to attack the rim. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
1:57 left in the first half. Harden dishes to Moniunas. Left side Ariza. And some nice passing there by Houston. And a wide open look for Howard. No good with the triple. Indiana's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
Harden kicks to Howard. Ariza has the open look. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. 9 points for Trevor Ariza.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Ellis against Beverly. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games for them last season.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and it's Brewer in for James Harden.
Yeah, Monte did have a lot of big second halves for the Mavs last season. Seems like at least half a dozen games for them, he would just take over. Started to get looked at as the top go-to guy late.
And for Monte, it makes sense to go to him late in games. He's so fast that he can create a shot anytime he wants. And very rarely does he not give you a chance to win with just one shot remaining.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Beverly, the pass to Brewer. And it's Capella missing.
Another shot from outside. They're not attacking. I mean, going in and seeking contact like they did in the first one, I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, you can't play the score clock. You have to play your game. They need to mix it up a little bit here. It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason